Hey guys, it's Katie, and I'm here today to do the Shiver Me Timbers pirate book tag. Now, if you don't know this about me already, I love everything tall ships, pirates, sea life, etc. I mean, my entire apartment is sea themed, so this is like the perfect tag. I never get tagged in anything. Honestly, I saw this tag and I'm just like, bruh, I need to do this tag. So we're gonna do this tag. So without further ado, let's get to the questions, which I've got written down on this pad of paper. And so I'm gonna be reading off of it. So here we go. Number 1. Arg. I concur. Name a book with a character you identified with. I am going to talk to you about a book that I haven't talked to you guys about very often, if really at all, and that is called The King and the Criminal, which is the second book in Charlotte Ash's The Heart of All Worlds trilogy. And there is a character in there that I super hardcore identify with, and his name is Tash. And he is a she, or a sheed, depending on how you want to go with it. But Tash is a she who is a trans historian linguist character. And while I'm not trans, the historical linguist, exile, badass dude, yeah, I identify the fuck out of that. It's not hardcore that often, and I identify with Tash on almost every possible level. But a backup character is Elise from the Rainwild Chronicle, and she is also a historian, linguist. I have a type, obviously. And she, just how she handles relationships with men and people and just her life. Yeah, that's like literally, I am literally Elise in every possible way. More so than Tash. But those two are arguably the characters I have identified with the most recent, the last couple of years. Number 2, Avast, Knock It Off. Name a book with a character that drove you batty from irritation. I think you guys might know who I'm gonna pick, but I am picking Quoth from the Kingkiller Chronicle by Patrick Rothfuss. I just get so irritated with Quoth that it's absolutely ridiculous. Someone once told me recently that you're not supposed to like him from the beginning and that he'll like grow on you as the series goes on. I'm of the mindset that you really should like the main character of the book that you're reading, so you keep reading. But I really don't care about his storyline, and so oftentimes I want to throw him off a building. But yeah, I mean, there are plenty of characters that irritate the crap out of me, but Quoth makes the top of that list. 3. Booty. Loot. Name your favorite special editions or any specific editions of books you own. I can't. I really, really like the illustrated versions of the Lord of the Rings books and the Silmarillion by J.R.R. Tolkien, but I also love the 20th edition books of the Harry Potter series. I just love special editions. If I could just get all my books in special editions, I would be one happy camper. I want to own all special editions of important books. 4. Doubloon. Cash money. Name a book that you unhauled or got rid of and later regretted doing so. You know, I can't really think of anything like that because usually if I unhaul a book, it's because I really, really disliked it. But my dad has unhauled several books that he really shouldn't have because I wanted to read them. But he didn't consult me while he was getting rid of his books. So it could be argued that some of the ones that he unhauled that I wanted to read at some point or have asked him about since, he got rid of. And then it's funny because so a couple weeks later, a couple months later, he'd be like, Katie, have you read so-and-such book? I'm like, no. He's like, I have it. I'm like, you probably don't. I'm pretty sure you got rid of that one. And then he'd go and look in his library and he'd be like, oh, I guess you're right. Just go find it online somewhere. I'm like, 5. Yo-ho-ho. We're out of rum. Name a book that left you with an unexpected cliffhanger or had an ambiguous finale. Well, that's a lot of books because I read a lot of books with cliffhangers. But the one that I'm going to tell you about is more of an ambiguous end because the end of this book just shouldn't have been this way. It was very almost jarring, and yet it's one of my favorite books. And that's The Historian by Elizabeth Kostova, which basically is, how do I want to describe it? It takes place in 3 different timelines and details different vampire attacks, but it's more about Vlad the Impaler than the actual Dracula myth itself. The place it ended, they just left it so open, and I just wasn't satisfied at the end. I was not. I had so many questions still. I had so many thoughts running through my head, and I was left wanting more. And I heard she was considering writing a sequel, but probably not going to happen because I don't see how you could write a sequel to that book. But alas, it plagues my thoughts many a night. And finally, 6. Shiver me timbers. Basically, holy crap. Name a book that had the most jaw-dropping twist you've read. So, I don't know about jaw-dropping twist, but books that have surprised me lately in different ways with like little Easter eggs that they've hidden, because I read so many series and I was not expecting this thing to happen, and I haven't come to the conclusion of whether or not it's like a super mega important event. My guess is probably. But something happened in City of Dragons by Robin Hobb that just freaked me out. And I didn't catch it until I talked about it with a friend, and I was literally flipping out about it for at least an hour. And then I texted her the next day. I'm like, I'm still thinking about the thing we talked about yesterday in relation to this book. And the reason I'm being so vague about it is because I can't tell you what the thing is that just blew my mind, because it's a big thing, kind of. It's something that started way back in the Farseer trilogy, and we are now in the 4th series of this series. And yeah, she is just a master of tying things together, and oh my god, I flipped when I figured that thing out. I'm gonna tag Kelsey from Hardback Haven, Kate from Girl Reading, and anyone else who wants to do it, because this is a fun tag and I had a great time doing it. And yeah, that's about all I've got for you today. So feel free to like, subscribe, comment, and follow me on social media. I've got a Goodreads, a Tumblr, and a Twitter. And that's all I've got for you today. So I will come back with another video for you guys again soon. Okay, bye.